Today we got Batman and Spider-Man's evil counterparts going head to head. The Batman who laughs versus superior Spider-Man. Who comes out on top? Well, let's find out.
Eyes up. Stay sharp. Stay down. Final warning. I could do this all day.
The Batman who laughs is the Dark Knight of Earth -22, and the chosen herald of Barbatos. He was infected by a nanotoxin in the Joker's bloodstream upon his enemy's death, and the combination of the Joker's depravity and Bruce Wayne's tactical mind were the deadliest villain his planet had ever seen. On Earth -22, Joker managed to capture and tie up Batman in an alley, telling him that tonight will be the night, that it is going to happen tonight. At that moment, a little girl and her parents started to walk down the alley, and Joker just casually guns the parents down and proceeds to Jokerize the little girl, causing her incessantly to laugh. All this was just too much for the Dark Knight, and caused him to cross the line, snapping Joker's neck. Now you might think this is a good thing, that it saved countless people's lives who had presumably died at the hands of the Joker. But oh, how wrong you'd be. See, when the Joker died, Bruce ended up inhaling nanotoxins emitted from the Joker's body. After being infected with these, Batman proceeded to kill Dick, Jason, Tim, Damian, and the members of the Bat family. He then goes with the Watchtower and kills the entire Justice League. This version of Bruce is identical to our version of Bruce on a cellular level, and is strong enough to injure Bruce with his punches. He's also more durable, as allegedly positive matter beings can't hurt dark matter as much. He's supposedly got all the same training, skill, and determination as Prime Earth Batman. He's actually beating the regular Bruce in a fight, likely because Batman Who Laughs wasn't holding back in any way. Batman Who Laughs is also an absolute master of prep, as he's killed Plastic Man, Martian Manhunter, Hawkman, Orion, Flash, Wonder Woman, and Red Tornado on his Earth. He then proceeded to badly injure Superman and Superboy, infect them with black kryptonite, and then get them to kill Lois before having them die. He also beat armies of supervillains with prep, and even seemingly killed the Spectre. He keeps his Robins on a chain at all times, and these little guys are vicious, as they tore apart members of the Court of Owls, beat the Suicide Squad and Teen Titans, and even took a sword through the mouth and was still alive. So that's what we got in one corner, Batman's sinister counterpart, Batman Who Laughs. But entering the ring, good old Otto Octavius, the superior Spider-Man. Dr. Otto Octavius was for years one of Spider-Man's most dangerous villains. Unfortunately for the good doctor, as a result of all the injuries sustained in his clash with Spider-Man, his body was falling apart and he was dying. Desperate to survive and to finally defeat his nemesis, in his final act as Doc Ock, he was to swap minds with Peter Parker. Now Spider-Man, Otto makes use of his great intelligence and new body to protect New York and its people, not just as a hero, but a superior one. As Spider-Man, Otto has the proportionate strength of a spider just like Peter, but he rarely ever holds back and will not pull his punches. He's knocked out Wolverine just a few punches, easily tossed around Daredevil with just one hand, destroyed alien airships, and soon after becoming Spider-Man, Otto punched Scorpion's jaw clean off. He's also just as durable as Peter, being able to take point-blank explosions from grenades, as well as take punches and attacks from carnage. And just like strength and durability, Otto has a proportionate speed of a spider as well. He's fast enough to battle against multiple superhumans at the same time, easily dodge bullets and lightning blast, and most impressively, dodge a fuel blast moving at light speed. Otto also has a spider sense that warns him of incoming danger, and this, along with his speed and agility, allows him to dodge most every attack. As Spider-Man, Otto also upgraded Peter's normal gear and weapons, like adding claws to the spider suit, and even adding 4 additional robotic legs that can shoot out lightning and are strong enough to lift cars. He's even got a whole army of henchmen, mechanized spider bots, and even an island base for them to operate out of. Finally, because Otto is a villain at his core, he's a much more lethal and brutal opponent than Peter ever was. He's punched Scorpion's jaw clean off, blinded the Vulture, executed Massacre in cold blood, and he'll go so far as to brutally injure harmless villains and even attack civilians if it serves his purposes. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now, Batman vs. Spider-Man is one of the most iconic fights out there, on par with Superman vs. Thor and Batman vs. Wolverine. But today, we got a real fun twist. We're throwing their evil counterparts head to head. The Batman who laughs versus Superior Spider-Man. It'll be a savage and brutal bloodbath. But who ultimately comes out on top? Well, first thing we're going to take a look at is physicality. And yeah, it's pretty clear that Otto is going to take the advantage in every category here. I mean, he has the body of Spider-Man. He's superhuman and easily surpasses a normal human like Bruce. The question is Batman who laughs capable of hurting Otto with his attacks, taking attacks from Otto in return, and is he fast enough to tag Spider-Man? We don't need to see if he's physically superior, just see if he can physically hang in the fight and not be overwhelmed. So I guess the first thing we gotta figure out is just how strong, fast, and durable is Otto? Well, soon after becoming Spider-Man, Otto was able to punch Scorpion's jaw clean off, because he didn't know how much power Spider-Man actually had. From then on, he was able to casually knock people out with just one punch, toss Daredevil with one hand, and smash through an advanced airship from the year 2099. Even his robotic legs are superhumanly strong. He's able to lift up a car over his head. But I would argue that Batman is durable enough to take some of those attacks, because Batman who laughs is different than the normal Batman. You see, he comes from Earth -22, is a being made out of dark matter, and supposedly positive matter beings like Ock aren't able to hurt dark matter beings too much. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that Spider-Man won't be able to injure him, because he can still be injured. But he took several punches from Batman that should have put him down, but Batman who laughs still had the upper hand. Moving on, Spider-Man is exceptionally durable, being able to take repeated attacks from someone like Carnage and survive point-blank explosions from grenades. So it's gonna be very difficult for Batman to effectively injure him and put him down. Yes, Batman is strong enough to injure the real Batman with his punches, or even crush one of Mr. Terrific's T-spears in the palm of his hand. But still, Otto is going to be able to take all those attacks like it's basically nothing. He's just too durable, and his body is literally too tough. I mean, one time when Peter was Spider-Man, he tensed his abdominal muscles and a trained boxer broke his hand just by punching him. Otto's body is that durable. That's a big advantage in the fight. No, Bruce isn't going to win the fight with greater strength or power by any stretch of the imagination. So that means he's going to rely on greater fighting skill and any gear or weapons, which honestly shouldn't be too much of a problem for him. But we'll circle back around to that later. Right now, I want to talk about speed, because if Batman can't even tag Spider-Man, then he honestly has no chance of winning this fight. So just how fast is Otto? Well, he's able to easily dodge bullets and lightning blast, even dodging point-blank gunfire without his spider sense. He's able to fight against multiple villains at once, and obviously, most impressively, he's dodged several blasts coming in at light speed before finally being hit with one. Now that last one is definitely an outlier, and should be outside the realm of Spider-Man's normal abilities, but honestly, I wouldn't worry about it too much for the purposes of this fight, because it's not going to stop Batman who laughs from landing punches. You see, while Superior Spider-Man is definitely a whole lot faster, he's also just so cocky and arrogant. He believes that he is just too fast, too skilled, too superior to actually be hit by people that he deems lesser than him. And that actually opens up plenty of opportunities for those quote-unquote lesser people to end up tagging him. It also doesn't hurt if those lesser people are more skilled than him. Like, look at Wolverine. Otto picked up Wolverine's attacks with his spider sense. Was actually trash-talking Logan about how he could never touch him because he was just too fast, and not even a second later, Wolverine got him in a hold with his claws pointed at his chest. I think the exact same thing can happen in this fight, especially if Otto makes a mistake of underestimating Batman, which, let's be honest here, is a real possibility. So, end of the day, superior Spider-Man is still physically superior by a nice margin, but Batman Who Laughs can at least hang in the fight, especially if he's able to exploit Otto's arrogance. But on the other hand, when it comes to skill, Batman Who Laughs takes it by a nice margin. Now, it's presumable that Otto has access to Peter's memories, skill sets, and martial arts abilities. But honestly, Otto isn't going to rely on that here. He believes that he is superior to Peter Parker in every area, and his goal is to prove that by becoming the superior Spider-Man. So it doesn't really make sense to see him call upon the original Spider-Man's fighting skill in order to win a fight. Like we said, Otto is too arrogant to do that, if it's even possible for him to do it in the first place. But when it comes to the Batman Who Laughs, well, watch out. He's actually a superior combatant to the real Batman himself, beating Batman to a pulp until the Joker, of all people, ended up joining the fight. And like we already saw, Spider-Man is able to be tagged by more skilled opponents, even if they are slower than him. Bruce also carries some serious gear with him, especially his gun that fires 8 metal bullets, which are capable of knocking out Wonder Woman just one hit. He also has absolutely no problem killing opponents, as he actually murdered both the Bat family and the Justice League from his Earth. So, if he killed his friends and family, yeah, he'll be trying to kill Otto as well. But Ock is also a villain at his core, and even though he's trying to be a superior hero, he's also willing to kill and brutalize opponents. He's punched Scorpion's jaw clean off, blinded the Vulture, executed Massacre in cold blood, and he'll go so far as to brutally injure harmless villains, and even attack innocent people if he needs to. So, he'll be going all out against Batman. That is a very dangerous thing. Spider-Man also has plenty of gear and weapons himself, like his claws, initial legs built into the spider suit, lenses that can provide information on heroes and villains, and even carries around little spider bombs. Otto also made improvements to Peter's web fluid formula, causing his webs to be stronger, longer lasting, and actually superior. It's going to be pretty much impossible for Batman to get out of that webbing, at least not before Spider-Man follows up and knocks him out. So, end of the day, who wins? Well, Batman Who Laughs is more or less just a Batman without restraint, without morals, and is insane. Yet, somehow none of this counteracts his ability to fight or to plan. On the other hand, Otto has actually proven himself to be kinda a bad Spider-Man because of his own arrogance, which is honestly something that Batman could exploit. But I don't know if Spider-Man's arrogance is enough to stop him from winning this fight. He's just too physically superior, being much stronger, more durable, and a whole lot faster. And he has no problem going all out against opponents, punching off jaws, blinding them, or even killing them. I think that physical gap, plus Otto's lack of morals, is too much for Batman Who Laughs to overcome here. Superior Spider-Man wins. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Sound off in the comments down below. Also, be sure to hit that like button, the subscribe button, turn on notifications, join the Fanco army, and I will see y'all next time.